small garden design ideas, easy DIY for any space. Welcome everyone. Today, we embark on a journey into the world of unique, small garden design. Imagine standing in front of a modest home, perhaps in the city, perhaps in the suburbs, with only a little outdoor space to work with. Many people believe a small garden cannot be beautiful, functional, or trendy. But the truth is the opposite. A small garden can be an extraordinary sanctuary, a design masterpiece, and a living statement of your style. Cities are growing, urban density is increasing, and private outdoor spaces are shrinking. Yet, the human need for greenery, for a touch of nature, remains unchanged. Small gardens become the solution. They are more than just patches of soil. They are personal escapes, miniature ecosystems, and reflections of current architectural and cultural trends. In modern architecture, the relationship between indoor and outdoor living has never been stronger. Walls of glass, sliding doors, and open-plan designs blur the line between inside and outside. Small gardens become extensions of our homes. They are not secondary, they are central. A well-designed small garden can change the entire atmosphere of a home. It adds calm, freshness, and beauty while creating an impression of greater space. Sustainability is shaping every aspect of design, and gardens are no exception. With climate change and environmental awareness rising, homeowners are asking, how can I create a garden that looks beautiful but also respects the planet? The answer lies in native plants that require less water, recycled materials for paving and planters, and vertical gardens that maximize efficiency. Alongside sustainability comes technology. Just as homes become smarter, gardens too embrace innovation. Automatic irrigation systems, solar-powered lighting, and app-controlled monitoring bring both convenience and precision. Imagine setting the mood of your garden, lighting, water features, even temperature, directly from your phone. A small garden always demands a balance between beauty and practicality. Every square foot matters. The question is how to design spaces that are visually stunning yet serve real functions. Should a garden be a place for relaxation, dining, entertaining, or meditation? Perhaps all of these, but within a compact design. Modular furniture is one of the smartest solutions. A bench that doubles as storage, a folding table, or planters that act as dividers allow a garden to shift identity depending on the moment. In the morning, it becomes a yoga studio. By evening, it transforms into an intimate dining space. Certain design principles guide this process. Scale and proportion are critical. Oversized trees or bulky furniture overwhelm small spaces. Instead, choose compact trees, slimline seating, and vertical trellises that lead the eye upward, creating the illusion of space. Layering and textures also play an important role. Even in small gardens, depth can be achieved with combinations of smooth stone, rough wood, glossy foliage, and delicate flowers. Planting in foreground, midground, and background gives richness and makes the space feel expansive. Color strategy is another powerful tool. Light colors expand space, while darker tones create intimacy. A neutral base with bold accents is a popular choice. Pale paving stones paired with bursts of vivid green, or monochrome walls set against striking flowers in orange or purple. Lighting, too, acts as architecture. In small gardens, lighting creates drama, highlights textures, and guides the eye. Uplighting a tree, backlighting a water wall, or placing lanterns along pathways transforms a modest garden into a stage at night. Beyond rules of design, gardens must evoke emotion. They are not only visual, but experiential. The sound of trickling water, the fragrance of lavender drifting in the air, the warmth of wood underfoot. These elements leave lasting impressions. Biophilic design, which emphasizes our natural connection to the environment, has grown significantly in recent years. A small garden, even one on a balcony or rooftop, fulfills this deep human need. It reduces stress, improves clarity, and enhances well-being. It is medicine disguised as beauty. Around the world, cultural influences offer inspiration. Japanese Zen gardens teach the art of minimalism and symbolism, with rocks, gravel, and carefully pruned plants creating meditative calm. Mediterranean courtyards bring warmth and hospitality through terracotta tiles, olive trees, and vines climbing whitewashed walls. Urban European balconies reveal how even the smallest spaces can thrive with compact planters, folding furniture, and vertical herb gardens. When these inspirations are combined, the result is timeless and deeply personal design. Looking toward the future, several trends are emerging. First is integration with architecture. Gardens will no longer be treated as separate, but as extensions of the building itself. Green roofs, living walls, and internal courtyards will become more common, even in small homes. Second is adaptability. Gardens will be designed to change function as easily as a living room does. Movable planters, modular seating, and flexible layouts will allow seasonal or situational transformations. Third, sustainability will not only be a practice but also an aesthetic. Reclaimed wood, recycled concrete, and handmade pottery will move from rustic to modern, becoming symbols of elegance. Picture walking into a garden of the near future. The space is no larger than a living room, yet it feels expansive and alive. A vertical wall of greenery absorbs sunlight, a sleek wooden bench hides tools inside, and hidden LED lights make leaves glow softly at night. The air is filled with the scent of jasmine, and water whispers in the background. This is not fantasy. This is the reality of modern small garden design, compact, intelligent, beautiful. Continue our exploration of small garden design, we move from the foundations of principles and trends into the art of shaping atmosphere and character. A garden, no matter how compact, becomes a story told through space, material, and experience. The narrative is built with choices, the plants selected, the textures emphasized, the furniture arranged, and the light orchestrated. Each detail becomes part of a living composition. Consider the role of pathways. In large gardens, paths guide visitors across distances, but in small spaces, they serve as both circulation and design statement. A stepping stone walkway through gravel creates rhythm. A narrow wooden deck draws the eye toward a focal point, such as a sculpture or small tree. In confined areas, pathways are not merely functional, they are visual cues that expand the sense of space and create intentional flow. Focal points play an equally vital role. In architecture, a focal point anchors the eye, and the same applies in small garden design. A water feature, a striking pot, a piece of outdoor art, or even a single tree with distinctive shape can become the central character in the scene. Around that focal point, supporting elements provide harmony. This concept prevents the space from appearing chaotic or scattered. Instead, the design feels deliberate, with balance between simplicity and detail. Texture and layering deepen the sensory experience. Smooth concrete contrasted with rough stone, glossy leaves paired with feathery grasses, or woven rattan furniture set against steel frames, such juxtapositions create visual richness. Even in the smallest garden, diversity of textures makes the environment feel alive and multidimensional. This blending of surfaces and materials reflects modern design's preference for tactile engagement, inviting touch as much as sight. The choice of plants becomes central to the garden's personality. In small areas, every plant must earn its place. Low-maintenance species provide reliability, while accent plants bring drama. Vertical climbers maximize walls, herbs offer fragrance and function, and small ornamental trees create scale without overwhelming. Trends are shifting toward multi-purpose planting. Edible greens that are also beautiful, flowering shrubs that provide both color and pollinator support, and drought-resistant species that require minimal upkeep. In this way, a small garden becomes productive as well as ornamental. Water, too, is a powerful element. In large landscapes, ponds or streams dominate, but in small gardens, subtle features carry more weight. A wall-mounted fountain adds movement and sound. A ceramic basin filled with water lilies introduces tranquility. The presence of water, however small, instantly enhances atmosphere, cooling the air and soothing the mind. Designers often emphasize that water is not about size, but placement and integration. It must complement rather than dominate. Furniture choices demand equal attention. Compact, modular, and multifunctional furniture makes the best use of space. Slimline dining sets that tuck neatly against walls, benches with storage beneath, or stools that double as plant stands keep the area flexible. Material choices are also critical. Teak and rattan for warmth, steel and concrete for modernity, or mixed materials for eclectic style. The goal is furniture that feels natural within the garden's identity while offering comfort and longevity. Lighting transforms a small garden at night into an entirely new world. During the day, the sun highlights colors and textures, but evening requires thoughtful illumination. Subtle LED strips under benches, solar lanterns hanging from branches, or ground spotlights directed upward at trees create mood and dimension. Designers often use light not to flood the space, but to accentuate. Shadows, contrasts, and gentle glows make the garden feel theatrical, yet intimate. The integration of technology is advancing further each year. Automated irrigation ensures precise watering, while smart lighting systems adjust intensity according to time of day or weather. Vertical gardens equipped with self-watering structures allow even the busiest homeowner to maintain greenery without stress. As sustainability becomes style, solar-powered accessories bring ecological responsibility and aesthetic charm. The future of small gardens lies not in excess complexity, but in discreet innovation that enhances the natural experience. One of the most fascinating aspects of contemporary design is the blending of indoor and outdoor environments. Sliding glass walls open to reveal seamless continuity between living room and garden. Materials such as stone tiles or wooden flooring flow from interior to exterior, creating visual unity. Even furnishings can mirror one another, a sofa inside, a weatherproof version outside. This continuity makes the garden feel larger and the home feels more alive. Cultural and stylistic trends influence how homeowners express their identity. Minimalist gardens embrace clean lines, neutral palettes, and uncluttered compositions, appealing to those who seek calm and order. In contrast, eclectic gardens layer patterns, bold colors, and varied textures, reflecting creativity and energy. Some lean toward rustic authenticity with reclaimed wood, clay pots, and native wildflowers. Others pursue futuristic chic with metal, glass, and geometric arrangements. Each approach tells a personal story, transforming the garden into a canvas of individuality. Sustainability continues to anchor these choices. Reclaimed brick pathways, recycled stone slabs, and biodegradable pots not only reduce environmental impact, but also add character. Gardens of the future will proudly display their eco-consciousness as a style statement. The rustic charm of weathered timber or the industrial beauty of repurposed steel becomes desirable, not secondary. Sustainability merges with aesthetics to redefine what beauty means in outdoor design. In addition to material and plant selection, layout plays a crucial role. Zones within the garden allow a space to perform multiple functions. A corner for relaxation with a hammock, a nook for dining under a pergola, and a small raised bed for herbs can all coexist in a compact area if organized thoughtfully. Designers increasingly emphasize flow, ensuring each zone feels distinct yet connected, avoiding clutter while maintaining harmony. Psychological well-being is another essential layer. A garden is not only physical space but emotional refuge. The calming rhythm of greenery, the privacy of shaded corners, the satisfaction of tending plants all contribute to mental health. Studies confirm that even small doses of nature reduce stress and improve mood. In dense urban environments, this benefit becomes priceless. A balcony with greenery can transform daily life, turning concrete surroundings into a sanctuary of peace. Looking at future directions, adaptive gardens are becoming key. Imagine modular walls with built-in planters that can be rearranged according to the season, movable furniture and lighting elements that allow instant redesign. Gardens that evolve with changing needs, hosting a dinner one evening, serving as a yoga retreat the next morning, then turning into a children's play corner the following weekend. Flexibility is not luxury, but necessity in small spaces. Technology may even extend into augmented experiences. Virtual garden planning tools already allow homeowners to visualize layouts before construction. In the coming years, AR and VR may let us experiment with plant combinations, lighting effects, or seasonal changes in real time. This empowers people to design with confidence and precision, making garden creation as much digital as physical. All of these elements, pathways, focal points, plants, textures, furniture, lighting, technology, and psychology, combine to form the essence of modern small garden design. The story they tell is one of resourcefulness, creativity, and harmony. It is proof that limited space does not mean limited imagination. On the contrary, constraint often inspires the most beautiful and innovative results. As we move deeper into the conversation about unique small garden design, it becomes clear that the future is not just about creating beauty, but about shaping environments that adapt, inspire, and endure. A small garden is no longer seen as a secondary space. It is an extension of identity, lifestyle, and architectural philosophy. In this final exploration, we look at how small gardens influence community, respond to global design currents, and evolve into the next era of outdoor living. The social dimension of small gardens has grown in significance. In cities where private land is scarce, even a modest balcony filled with plants becomes a connection point. Neighbors notice greenery spilling over a railing, conversations start, advice is exchanged, cuttings are shared. Small gardens strengthen bonds between people. They show that nature, no matter how limited in scale, fosters community spirit. This is why rooftop gardens, communal courtyards, and shared vertical walls are increasingly integrated into residential developments. They provide not only beauty, but also social value. Another key shift is the recognition of gardens as cultural storytelling tools. Every design carries symbols, plants chosen for heritage, patterns reflecting tradition, materials evoking memory. A family may plant a lemon tree to recall Mediterranean roots, or use bamboo screens that echo Asian heritage. Such details transform gardens into narratives. They are not generic green spaces, but personal landscapes filled with meaning. This storytelling is part of a larger movement in design, the personalization of space. Just as interiors are curated with art, colors, and furniture that reflect personality, so too are gardens curated with plants, textures, and forms that speak of individual lives. Climate adaptation is also redefining the way we design small gardens. Drought, heat waves, and unpredictable weather challenge traditional gardening practices. Designers now emphasize resilience. Gardens use native species adapted to local climates, permeable paving to manage rainwater, and shading structures to reduce heat. Even in the smallest spaces, these choices build sustainability and protect against environmental stress. The garden of the future will be a climate ally, not just an aesthetic accessory. Meanwhile, the artistic dimension of gardens is expanding. Many homeowners treat their small outdoor space as a gallery. Sculptures, murals, and installations integrate with plants to form hybrid works of art. Walls become canvases for painted patterns, pots turn into sculptures, and light becomes a medium that paints shifting scenes across surfaces. The garden becomes not only a refuge, but also an exhibition, a constantly changing artwork shaped by seasons, weather, and growth. The sensory experience is also at the heart of forward-thinking design. A small garden is not simply to be looked at, it is to be felt, heard, and even tasted. Herbs release fragrance when brushed by hand, water features create soundscapes, and edible plants invite harvest. Multi-sensory design brings immersion, drawing people out of their routines into a space that refreshes body and spirit. Designers now think of gardens as orchestras of the senses, where every detail plays a role in the composition. We must also consider the way trends merge. Minimalism, once defined by strict simplicity, now blends with warmth and tactility. Futuristic styles combine technology with natural elements. Rustic aesthetics evolve into chic, sustainable statements. Rather than rigid categories, modern garden design thrives in fusion. A single small space may combine Zen calm with Mediterranean warmth, industrial edges with lush greenery, or Scandinavian clarity with tropical abundance. These fusions reflect a globalized world where inspiration crosses borders, blending into unique personal expressions. Urban planners and architects recognize that even the smallest gardens contribute to wider ecological systems. Vertical greenery helps regulate building temperatures, supports pollinators, and cleans air. Small water features contribute to humidity balance. Even a balcony garden provides habitat for insects and birds. Each garden, though private, becomes part of a collective ecological network. This recognition has led to policies encouraging or even requiring green integration in new developments. The trend is clear. Small gardens are not optional luxuries, but essential parts of sustainable urban living. From the perspective of psychology, gardens are no longer seen merely as hobbies, but as well-being tools. Mindful gardening is increasingly popular. Small daily rituals like watering plants, pruning leaves, or simply sitting among greenery become acts of meditation. These activities connect people to the present moment, reduce anxiety, and restore balance. In a digital world filled with constant distraction, the garden offers an anchor, a reminder of natural rhythms. Designers now intentionally incorporate elements that support mindfulness. Secluded seating corners, soft textures, gentle soundscapes, and calm color palettes. The aesthetic language of small gardens continues to evolve. Bold geometry is trending. Square planters, grid trellises, and patterned paving create structure and clarity. At the same time, organic curves are returning, softening the hard edges of urban architecture. This dialogue between geometry and fluidity creates balance. In materials, the juxtaposition of raw and refined, rough stone against polished steel, weathered wood beside sleek glass, produces contrast that feels modern yet grounded. These languages shape gardens that are not just green, but stylish and architecturally sophisticated. In terms of future technology, we can expect deeper integration. Sensors that monitor soil health, apps that recommend care routines, and even AI-driven plant selection are emerging. Smart pots that self-adjust irrigation, lights that mimic natural cycles, and compact hydroponic systems for food production are no longer futuristic. They are available now and will only grow more refined. This does not replace the human experience of gardening. Rather, it supports it, making maintenance easier and allowing creativity to flourish. Ultimately, the philosophy of small garden design is one of transformation. Limited square footage becomes unlimited imagination. A balcony becomes a forest retreat. A courtyard becomes a dining room under the stars. A rooftop becomes a sanctuary floating above the city. These transformations show us that beauty does not require vast landscapes. With creativity, precision, and heart, even the smallest space can carry grandeur. To envision the future, picture a city filled with millions of small gardens. Balconies alive with vines, rooftops crowned with greenery, courtyards glowing at night, and walls that bloom with vertical life. Each small garden tells a personal story, but together they form a collective masterpiece. They transform urban landscapes into living ecosystems, blending architecture, culture, technology, and nature. The journey of small garden design is not just about creating stylish spaces. It is about rethinking how humans live with nature. It's about balance, adaptation, and creativity. It is about seeing potential where others see limitation. And most importantly, it is about cultivating not only plants, but also peace, joy, and inspiration in our daily lives.